Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And Verizon this morning announces that they have expanded the LTE home internet to more rural areas. So, not only is Verizon trying to bring millimeter wave to the urban markets in terms of home broadband, but they're trying to expand the LTE home internet in the rural areas where there's a disconnect with fiber, and people just want a secondary option to try another product, another company. Maybe it's cheaper. So that's what Verizon is bringing to the rural areas with its LTE network. We've known for a long time now that Verizon has had the largest 4G LTE network. In a lot of the rural areas that they're expanding the service to, they're the only ones that have service in those areas more than likely. AT&T is catching up, but they're still behind. So Verizon is taking the lead, and they're like, look, we need the added revenue. We need added cash flow. This millimeter wave deployment is expensive. So we'll deploy the home internet using our LTE network in these rural areas, and we'll make the additional revenue and cash flow from that. So the LTE home internet is now available in parts of 189 markets across 48 states. So they're going with this product into rural America, which I think is good. I think it's great. The advertising speeds, I think, of max 40 megabits per second and on average around 25. I think that's what it is. Oh, it's 50 peak and 25 around average. And then it's $40 for Verizon customers, which a lot of those customers in those areas are going to be Verizon customers. And if you happen to not be a Verizon customer, you will pay 60. That is not a bad price in my opinion. I think 40 is a really good price if you're already a customer. In those areas, like I mentioned, I even mentioned this in the first video that I made about this. You will likely be a Verizon customer in these rural areas because they just have the best network. If Verizon doesn't specifically work the best in your direct area, they will work better in surrounding areas where you travel to. It's just third party crowdsource is backing it up. The maps are backing it up. It's been that way for a very long time. I know AT&T is trying to catch up with FirstNet, but they are still behind. We all know T-Mobile's behind. So Verizon leads the way in terms of raw square miles of geographical footprint on LTE, and that's why they're doing this. They wouldn't bring the LTE network into the urban markets with home internet. It's just not enough capacity. That's why they're doing the millimeter wave, and that's how they will bring home internet with the needed capacity in the urban markets. Because you got to remember, urban, there's way more people in a certain space, in a certain radius. There's way more people. Rural is more spaced out, less people. So the LTE will work in the rural areas. So let me know what you think about this. I don't know. I don't think they put the cities and towns that they expanded into on this article, but I will leave it in the description down below so you guys could check it out for yourselves. Maybe they did. I didn't check out the entire article, but 189 markets across 48 states. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. I think they've been working on that for years now. They are still fixing their LTE network. So as they are expanding into the millimeter wave with the 5G, they're still working on densification, upgrading, modernizing. So they are expected to spend heavy on C-band. Internally, Verizon already knows what they're going to spend, what they got, and in terms of money. So they're going to push very hard on the C-band auction. They know what frequency the C-band is. The engineers know what they have to do to make that spectrum and leverage it across their footprint. They know it's 3.5, 3.7 gigahertz. So they need to tighten up their tower grid to make that work flawlessly. And that's exactly what Verizon has been doing for years and years to come. So they are potentially giving themselves a lead in terms of such great performance against the competition that if they do have hiccups or anything like that, they only drop a certain percentage, but in terms of speed or overall performance, but it will still leave them in front of the competition. That's how far ahead Verizon has gotten in terms of reliability, densification on its network, small cells, towers. That's literally how far ahead Verizon has gotten. As right now, we're seeing AT&T and T-Mobile struggle and drop off. Verizon has taken the commanding first place lead on root metrics. There's not a doubt in my mind Verizon wins the second half of 20. No other carrier will even get close to Verizon this time around because they're dealing with the NSA, the standalone. It's causing interruptions in the network. Root Metrics right now is testing with a 5G device. They go into the market, they will test whatever is available in that market at that specific time. They do not go and band select. They don't do any of that. So if it's standalone and they get standalone and speeds are slower, then that's what they're going to report. If they are on 5G and the carrier aggregation is messing up due to the software, I'm telling you, they're going to report whatever they see and whatever the results show. So Verizon has given themselves a cushion, a lead, and they are displaying that on Root Metrics, all the other third parties. Tutela just came out with their report. I'll report on that here later. And Verizon, again, they are the fastest according to Tutela on speed. So they are improving at a very rapid rate. They are offering now home LTE internet in the rural areas. They're making very solid moves as a company. If you are an investor in Verizon, you should be very happy right now with the way the company is headed. Additional revenue, cash flow. You know, we got the urban home internet coming with millimeter wave. I just reported on that yesterday. We got new equipment for that. I mean, they're going to be a very strong company in a few years and spending a lot of money to get there. So again, if you have been on the channel, you can go ahead and end this video now. If you are new to the channel, you look forward to updates like these, want to interact, want to know about your service, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload the content. Also follow the Twitter. I do post the videos on the Twitter as well in case you do not get the notifications right away on YouTube. Thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.